welcome. How does it feel to be in New York?
It's a blessing. It's a huge honor, to be able to share this experience with my family, with other finalists. It's something you dream about. So it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm extremely blessed to be here.
I see your parents here. What has it been like? Like, kind of touch on that. What have they been like to you in this process to be now a sophomore in college, even to the high school days?
Yeah, it's been amazing. My parents have been there through every step. Since I was born, they've always been there. My mom and my dad both being by my side, and to have them again in a moment like this is amazing. So I'm blessed to have the family I do, and I couldn't have better parents.
Can you take us through the final drive in regulation against Auburn? What was the huddle like? You guys are down and 97 yards away from sending the game into overtime. What was the talk like? Was it really calm? Was it calm your guys down?
Yeah, honestly, in a moment like that, up until that point, we had struggled a little bit. And, it was adversity that we were facing. It was a tough environment against a really good team. But, facing adversity has kind of been a theme for us as a team this entire year. And, in the huddle, even before the drive, you could tell by the look in everyone's eyes, we all had confidence in each other and trust in each other. And that's what, that was developed in the offseason, developed throughout the year, developed with our experiences. So even in a moment like that, nobody's confidence wavered. We all understood the magnitude of the moment. We all knew we had to step up, and all 11 players on the field did. As a team, after that, we all stepped up, and I'm happy that we all had that confidence and trust in each other, and I'm blessed to have the teammates that I do.
What did Jamison Williams mean to the team, and just how great was that chemistry between you and Jamison?
Yeah, J-Mo was huge for us. He's been huge this whole year. For him to come in and, him to come with such a professional mindset. Obviously he didn't have all the time to acclimate as some of the other guys did. He transferred in, but right when he got in, he learned the playbook super well. He was always there to get some extra work, to run routes, whatever it took to make sure that he was prepared. And, a lot of people see all the explosive plays and the big plays and how much he means to us on Saturdays. But even throughout the week, the amount of juice and energy he brings to practice. If there's a moment to where it's a dead practice or we're going against Scout, it doesn't matter to him. He's going to be the guy that brings the energy, brings the juice to every practice. He's always contributing on and off the field for us. So he's been huge for us.
That Iron Bowl game, right before overtime, we're out of Birmingham, so we were right there, and you do a moment in the end zone where you get on one knee and you pray. When did that start, and that picture started to go a little viral? What has that been for you? Is that something you've done your whole career, or when did that start?
Yeah, faith is something that's been huge for my entire life, and whenever before games, I'm always praying after halftime, and it's not something I would say I was necessarily planning, or I hadn't been into a 4 overtime game before, so it wasn't something that I planned to do or I thought about, but I just felt moved to do it. It was just I felt like getting on your knee and talking to God and praying, and again, faith has been something that's been huge in all facets of my life. In the media, obviously, you really only see me as a football player, but there's other facets of my life, and I incorporate my faith in all of those facets of my life. So he's been, faith has been huge for me my entire life, and it was just what I was called to do at the time.
What would it mean for you to be the first Alabama quarterback to come away with the Heisman Trophy?
Yeah, for something like that, it would mean a lot. It would be a huge blessing. We have such a amazing and rich history, especially at the quarterback position at the university, and that's something that I take a lot of pride in. And to see the people and the players who have came before me and have done so well, meant so much to the team, to the community, see how they carried themselves, get to see how some people operate, just hearing the stories about how the quarterbacks at the University of Alabama have conducted themselves and how much they've meant. For me to do all I can to live up to that standard and follow in their footsteps, it would mean a lot to me.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you might be wearing tomorrow night? Anything special planned?
I can't I gotta have some suspense, right? I got some, I got a little something I got picked out, but you guys might have to wait till tomorrow to see.
Did you have someone help you figure out, or is it all you? Do you go to someone first?
Nah, yeah, I had some help. Actually, my god sister, Clark, she helped me a lot. She's she's a stylist. She's in the industry, and she helped me a lot actually with it. So I definitely wouldn't be able to pull it off without her.
That's awesome. Is there someone on your team that you, if you were to go to for fashion advice,
Yeah.
who has the most grit on your team that you would go to?
That's a great question. I like to think the University of Alabama, our practice facility, is like a fashion show. Like people come every time I put something on, I feel good about it. I always say, like, if it's a great place to be humbled, because when you put on some shoes you think are nice or put on some like a fit you like, you're gonna walk in with someone better. I say up there, I go Metch for sure. Who else? Will's been stepping up. Kai, Malachi, and I put JMO up there too. I'm leaving some people out. And I'm gonna feel bad about it. But that'd probably be who I consult first.
Bryce, cool to be here with CJ having kind of grown together and you've been cheering for a long time.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. It's surreal. That's someone I've known for a long time. Someone I'm super close with on and off the field, and for us to kind of like grow as people and as players kind of together to have somewhat similar experiences while we're doing it. And again, it's someone I've known way before college, before high school. I've known for a really long time, and for us to kind of both see each other grow and be able to experience a moment like this together, it's surreal. So CJ, that's my guy, that's my brother, that's someone I love. So for us to be able to kind of share this weekend and share this moment is amazing.
You said you guys met like at a camp like in middle school. And you said he knew you were going to be good right away. Did you know him?
Yeah, definitely. CJ, even just being around CJ, like I didn't even have to see him throw. Like being around CJ, you just kind of can tell. You can tell it's that perfect mix of confidence and humility that he has, to where you just kind of get that vibe, that aura from him, that he's someone who's a winner, someone who's going to be successful. And then again, seeing him play, of course, it obviously reflects that. And also, again, we've been able to kind of grow together in life and in football, and for us to both kind of take those steps together, and for us to both kind of grow and become the young men, the players that we are and are still becoming. It's amazing for to kind of have someone to where we can share those experiences, and for it to kind of come to this weekend.
He's not the first time an Alabama player calls one of those up as a winner. Any advice from maybe Smitty or some experience that they went through to kind of help you through this?
Actually, in a very Alabama fashion, I've talked to Smitty. Mac texted me this week and last week, and it was all, don't worry about it. Focus on, just stay locked in. Everything will take care of itself. Focus on, before the Georgia game, just focus on the game. And even this week, Mac texted me like, you put all the work in. Don't think about it. Just stay the path. Keep pushing. And for especially with Mac and Smitty, those are guys that obviously I was around last year. Mac, I was around all the time. Smitty was around all the time. We shared a room for games and stuff. So for those guys, and to see what goes into it, to see, to kind of be able to get that, to get that advice and get to their say, and to really see how they've grown and see what it takes. For me as a freshman last year, it was huge for me. So I'm glad to have those guys around me.
You guys flew in last night. What's the experience been like? You guys do anything fun? Was there anything that Bryce Young wants to do in New York City?
Yeah, there's some stores I definitely got to check out. Yeah, there's a few things I got to knock on the list. We walked around, we're close to Times Square, so we walked around there. I walked around the city, went to like a few little areas in Manhattan, but like just explore. I've been here a few times, but like this will probably be the most time. It was a lot when I was younger, so like for me to be older now and be able to like actually like walk around and see some stuff. So there's a few things, definitely some places I want to hit, but we'll see what the weekend has.
What's it like being here with Dayton, knowing there's a good chance that you two might be going head-to-head in the national title?
Yeah, I mean, for me and for us, we know that as far as the team goes and our future goes, we're really just worried about, we're just worried about our next opponent. We know that's what it's going to take. It's going to take everything for us to get past Cincy and anything in the future that's out of our control. We have to make sure that there is nothing to look ahead to. It's all about the next game, and especially when you talk about the playoffs, that speaks for itself. You have to win to survive. So, really, meeting Aiden and being around him and his family has been super cool, and I'm excited to share the weekend with him as well. But it hasn't been any thoughts about that for us. Again, we have to give everything to beat Cincinnati. So anything that happens to the future, we have to earn the right to get there.
You're all about the team, Bryce, and always commenting the team. Is this kind of distraction for you in a way to an individual award? How do you kind of measure that compared to the game you have against Cincinnati?
I wouldn't say it's a distraction. Obviously with it, it's technical. You give it to a person and it's called an individual award. But the way I look at it, there's no way that for me to even have the opportunity to be here this weekend. This is all because of the people around me. This is because of my teammates, allowing me to my line blocking for me, allowing me to make plays, the running backs and the running and passing, the receivers, the receivers getting open, the defense giving us the ball back, and the coaches calling plays. So even though you technically give it to a person, this is a reflection of the people around me and how hard they work and how hard we work together. So for me, in my eyes, it really is a team award. And also, I'm blessed to have the group of guys around me where, we all support each other. So we're all rooting for each other. We all want everyone to succeed as a team and individually. So, for us, again, to be here is a blessing. And, to have an opportunity at the award is huge. But at the end of the day, the end goal is, still to win. And for us, we're still all focused in on winning the next game.
Bryce, Matchback became a big national prospect ahead of CJ. He was kind of, I know you guys are the same age though. What do you, as like a 14-year-old, what do you remember about watching him play football back then and competing against him back then? What kind of player he was? And did you think that he was going to start to get that respect?
Yeah, 100%. I think it took him kind of a little longer for people to get that, the national recognition or whatever. But for me, it was never a doubt. It was never a surprise. Being around him for so long, I knew exactly what he was capable of. I knew where he should be, and obviously it's not. I had never had any control over obviously any ranks or anything. But I always felt like, especially he kind of came along later. But that's just people kind of recognizing later, not him. It's not really a result of him being any less of CJ than he has been. That's stuff that, when it comes to the media, it comes to like high school rankings, a lot of times that's stuff you can't control. And CJ is a perfect example of that. He's been how he's been, for as long as I've known him, and he's always been a hard worker, always made the plays that he makes. He wasn't someone that was discouraged thinking, oh, well, maybe I don't have this rating, maybe I don't have it. He kept working and obviously kept elevating to where he is now. And, maybe it took people a little longer to recognize it, but that's always how he's been.
All right, Bryce, we're going to move you inside.